Now don't all fast forward at once, but at some point in this video I'm not going to be wearing this hat. So you know in the UK how if you live in one of those houses where it's a bit tricky to get to the back garden and you're trying to do building work, so Jewsons bring one of them cranes to lift stuff over the fence? Look at how they do it in the French mountains. They do it by a helicopter, how cool is that? What a job. So it's getting quite annoying now. I'm on my third cup of tea. Emily's done a 45-minute workout and cleaned the van, and he's showing no signs of stopping.
No.
Novelties wore off.
Earplugs.
Earplugs. So we have woken up in a place called Gourdon, I'm not sure as always of the correct pronunciation, but it looks really cool. It sits on top, I'm not sure if we're on a mountain or a very large hill, but it sits on top of there, overlooking the whole of the French Riviera, so you can see Cannes, Riviera. I'm not having a good day today. That helicopter's put me off.
It has put you off, but the little like town village looks absolutely stunning, so we're going to go and explore it.
Right
and
now.
hopefully this one can speak a little bit better.
I'll try. If not, you'll have to do all the talking. Oh, prepare yourself for some
Easy.
fun facts.
So it's pretty good because you've got a choice of 2 park ups. You've got this one here, which is at the foot of the village, and you've also got one that we moved to, which is 100 yards down the road because it's got better phone and internet signal. But here you've got public toilets and some water as well, and plenty of space for the dog.
And what she's failed to mention, it's also right next to an ice cream restaurant.
Winner!
No doubt we'll be visiting that in a bit.
Which is open.
Which is open all year round, I think.
Oh, I hope so.
Scrap that last statement, not sure if it's open all year round. She's going to be so disappointed it's closed. There'll be a paddy. So you never guess what?
What?
Your restaurant's closed.
Shut up.
Shut!
Why does that always happen to me?
Because you're the devil's child.
That's right.
See how you roam while you roam in the streets all alone. All you can see, thinking about what your life came to be.
I'm actually loving walking around this because it's such a cool, pretty little town, and like how the streets are like woven into each other, and they've got like loads of pretty little jewels and stuff for sale, and lavender and perfume and candles. It's amazing, I love it. The view is pretty spectacular as well, and we're actually really high, so I'm not going too close to the edge.
What's your bumhole doing?
It's tight.
So Emily is not wrong. The views are absolutely stunning, and I'm the only one with a bottle to stand right by the edge because she's, you know what she's like. But I don't know if you can see behind me, but you can see the whole of the French Riviera. You can see the whole French Riviera, Cannes, all the towns, little valleys, all the villages. Yeah, really, really cool view. I'll try and pop the drone up when it's a little bit less busy.
You're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
I don't know why, but I'm so excited about this washing line. Look how cool it is. I just love it. It's one of the best things in the village, I reckon.
The term "get a life" springs to mind on that one.
It's cool.
There's a few more exciting things in the village though than that, right?
Well, yeah, but it is a pretty cool washing line, right? Come on, women.
You just said what?
Come on, men and women.
How? No. How sexist is Emily? I can't believe it. I cannot believe how sexually discriminating you've just gone there.
Yeah, whatever. So unfortunately I don't have many fun facts for you, but I do have a couple. The castle that is here is an official historical castle, which is very pretty. The view and the fact that it used to be used as a refuge, and there were scenes from Les Miserables Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables were filmed here and the surrounding areas as well. Look how cool he is.
What on earth is it?
I don't know, but it's pretty cool, right?
That's what floats your boat, babe.
So it's just super pretty, and there's loads of little restaurants everywhere and upmarket tat shops, as Lou likes to call them.
I think the official term is craft shop, but yeah, pretty tat. Expensive tat. So Emily's been guilt-tripped into buying some tat. A lovely lady from the shop, Verdart Gourdon, took us in. She told us a story of a man who spent how many hours?
450 hours.
450 hours to make this?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's his life best work?
It's the best work he made in his life, yeah.
Okay. But Emily, what you got yourself there? A little treat?
You must have a little present. You know, cheer myself up on this like day. I don't know why.
Cheer myself up. You're travelling Europe in a van for life.
For life, well, you know, we've all got to have these little luxuries, but look how cute that is, all wrapped up.
She's got herself a pretty little bracelet.
So pretty, isn't it? She's proper cute. I'm going to put it on once I get back to the van though, because I've got my coat on and stuff, but I was like, oh, just purchase myself a little something.
How many of our euros have you spent?
15.
15 of our euros down. That's a day's less journey. Days less travel.
Days less travel. Well, it's worth it because it's pretty and I like it, so.
So we've just had dinner. Emily's world famous fajitas.
Of course they are.
No one's ever heard of them, but they are good. And we are now, well, can you guess where we're going?
We're going to the ice cream shop. Well, actually, it's a crepe shop.
Best not be a crepe shop, it's expensive.
Such a bad dad joke.
So yeah, we're going to go and see if it's open.
Fingers crossed for us. It's open! I'm so excited.
Although I do have a small confession to make, it is me that has made us come here because on the menu they've got my absolute favourite dessert.
Et voilà les gourmands.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you. It's a banana split.
But look at this.
You can only imagine our excitement. And when I say they're not cheap, €10.50, but it is going to be worth it.
Oh, I think so. I've got coffee ice cream, so.
Oh, someone's going to be up all night. We are going to dig into these and we're going to leave it there for today, and we will see you tomorrow when hopefully the weather's okay because we're going somewhere that's meant to be quite pretty.
Yeah, another pretty place.
Good morning. So the weather, don't know if you can see, is about to take a drastic turn for the worst here in France. Emily's busy doing a bit of work and I am on water duty. So this isn't a designated camper car parking place, but one of the really cool things about France is they've got these little water points for like local villages all over the place. So when you're in a van, water is high priority item, really handy. It's quite a long way to carry 20 litres of water. Anyway, before the rain comes and whilst Emily is still busy working, I thought I'd quickly tell you about a solo mini adventure that I attempted to go on by myself the other day that, to be honest, turned out to be a bit of a foul. But I'm going to tell you about it anyway because there is something cool there that I did find and I've got one shot of it. So I was trying to get to an island called Ste Marguerite, and in fact you can see it. In fact it'll be easier, let me just show you. So way out to sea, you can see it from where we're staying, about down there somewhere is an island called Ste Marguerite, and we were staying on a campsite way over there. So my day started off okay, packed myself a little bag. In it all I had was a GoPro, a snorkel, a clean pair of socks, all the things you need for a good solo adventure. And the campsite we were staying on just north of Frejus, or Frejus as I've since been corrected, there's a little bus stop that was going to take me to the train station where I'd be able to jump on a train that would take me to Cannes, or Cannes, I'm not sure how that one's said. However, there was a small issue because my Revolut card wouldn't work in the ticket machine and it wouldn't take cash and it's unmanned. So with the help of a homeless man, I attempted to buy a ticket. It didn't go too well, and as a result, I ended up missing my train, which meant I had an hour and 40-minute wait until the next train come along, as did the homeless man, who I don't think had a ticket either. Anyway, I soon returned his favour, and I did give him a shove onto the train because he couldn't quite get himself onto the train, so I helped him on the train, finally got on the train, and then took the 40-minute train ride that it took me to get from Frejus to Cannes. So after arriving in Cannes, I jumped off the train and I had to walk through the lovely yet very noisy Cannes city centre to get to the harbour. Now Cannes is a great city, but I didn't have much time to spend there because I knew I needed to get to the harbour quickly because I'd wasted so much time in the morning. So as I walked across Cannes, taking in the lovely scenery, the noise, the culture, I finally made it to the ferry port, where the last ferry to the island for the morning left at 12:30 and I got there at 12:31, which meant I now had an hour and a half wait for the next ferry at 2 to take me to the island. However, I did manage to find a way to spend my time. I got myself a nice little lunch in the city, in the centre of Cannes, much to Emily's dismay, because look at the selection of puddings that were available and the pudding I got. Sorry it's in portrait, but I was only recording on my phone at this point. And eventually I get on the boat that takes me over to the island. Now it's a nice boat ride, €15 I think, takes about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So by the time I got to the island, it was about 25 past, 2:30. I then had to hot-foot it to the other side of the island where there's an underwater museum that I really wanted to go and have a look at. Now hopefully you can see from the GoPro footage that conditions were not perfect for snorkeling. It was very rough, there'd been a storm a couple of days before, so it was all churned up, the sand was all churning up, and the visibility, to be honest, was quite awful. However, I was going to give it a go anyway, and brace yourselves because here is the moment that I won't be wearing a hat because I have to wear a snorkel, and obviously you cannot snorkel. Well, you might be able to snorkel, maybe I'll try it one day, but I certainly have never snorkeled whilst wearing a baseball cap. So I jump into the very, very, very cold, I think it's the Mediterranean Sea there, I'm not sure, I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong. Jump into the sea and start my swim. I think I had to go like 130 something metres out, which I'm a strong swimmer, so it wasn't too bad. However, with the current and the waves, it was a bit choppy, and the visibility, I was probably swimming around aimlessly for God knows how long trying to find these things. So apologies, there is quite a lot of footage of me now just swimming around, looking at the odd fish, trying to find this underwater museum. Now, whilst you're watching me swimming aimlessly around looking for this thing, I just want to quickly say there's a hell of a lot more to do on this museum. So there's a fort, like an old-fashioned prison, that's now a museum, and it actually housed the man in the iron mask, so quite interesting in itself. And the whole island is covered in a canopy of like eucalyptus trees, and you can smell it as soon as you get off the boat. However, all I've got is this footage of me snorkeling, so that's all you're going to see. But yeah, if you're in the area, definitely check it out because there's a lot to see and do there, and it's really, really nice. Eventually though, after much swimming, I finally see coming out of the murky water the first and only one of these statues that I managed to find. And these statues, this doesn't do it justice because I couldn't get down there to put me next to it for context, but they're like 10 tons heavy or something, maybe even more. And they really are quite ominous when you see them appearing out of the water at you. But like I say, I did only get to see this one. There is at least another one out there. And if you're into swimming or snorkeling or anything like that, or the sea, definitely go and check this out because it is really cool. But I would say you do need to be a relatively good swimmer to get the 100 or so metres out to see them. So yeah, really, really good. Anyway, I had wasted far too much time in the water. And the thing is, when you're swimming around in the water, it's very easy to lose track of time, track of where you are. So after a very struggled swim back, because at this point I was quite exhausted, I found myself having to go for a bit of a run. Okay, so we are running. I was in the water far too long, pouncing around my socks far too long. We have got 12 minutes to do what took me 16 minutes to walk across the island, so before the last ferry goes, and they will leave you apparently stranded. So God, I feel like Emily when she's doing one of her 2-minute tours. Oh, of course it's uphill. Of course it's bloody well uphill. Oh, come on. Keep going. Keep going. Another bloody hill. Went the wrong way. Oh, come on, you can do this. Oh, it's like that time you almost joined the army. Glad to get at least one run past shot in, right? Professional vlogger. Tell you what, running down these steps ain't easy. They are steep. Oh my word. You can see the other side of the island. Let's go. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but that there is my ferry coming in. Come on, Louise. It's going to be tight. There it is. Come on. Hold the boat, hold the boat. I've got a ticket, hold the boat. Hold the boat. So we made it. Now all we got to do is walk back through Cairns, the noisy but lovely Cairns, get on a train all the way back to either St Raphael or Freyas. Then from Freyas I get back on a bus and go all the way back to the campsite, and then walk from the bus stop to the campsite, and then I should be back at the van. Hope. So as you can see, I just about made it back to the boat and managed to get myself home. It was a long day, about 9 hours really, just to get that one shot. So let me know, should I have included it in the video? Was it worth it? I think it was worth showing because it is a really cool place to go. Right. Oi.
Where have you been? In bloody ages.
Yeah, I know, I was telling you about my complete waste of a day going to the island.
I wouldn't call it a waste of a day. Got you out of my hair for a whole day.
So I think what Emily's trying to say is living in a small space together isn't always easy.
No, and as you probably would guess, that we do take the mick out of each other, and it is really nice that we can do that, and we're very comfortable in doing that together. But we're also very strong and independent women that like to get our own way more often than not, and sometimes we do bump heads, so to speak. So having the time separate is always good for us.
Yeah, we get a lot of comments saying that people wish they could have a relationship like ours. We get on so well, and like Emily said, that is all true, but we do butt heads from time to time, and the one thing we can do living in such a small space to get round it, because if you've ever lived in a space like this, you'll notice that you get in each other's way. One will leave a mess out, one of you will be trying to get out to go to the toilet and you have to wake the other one up, and it does get a little bit tetchy sometimes, doesn't it?
Oh yes, and being two women, there's certain times in a month that it's even tetchier as well. So
men get PMT too, and they sulk like a Gourdon, the blokes. Women, in the comments, let us know if your man's a sulker.
She's a sulker.
But yeah, the way we get around it and the way we deal with it is we've got very separate interests, and we make sure that we always find time to get that little bit of space apart. So we just thought we'd include it in the video because a lot of people ask how we cope living in a van, and that's it really, isn't it?
Yeah, space is good. Having your own little hobbies and stuff like that. Because people ask me as well, don't you want to do the camera stuff? No. That means working with her more.
I just want to say, actually, I get a lot of praise in the comments for the editing and the photography and the cinematography and all those things, and it's lovely, so don't stop, keep putting it in the comments. But I just want to say, people forget Emily's got pretty much a full-time job, isn't it? And it's a stressful job as well. And what people don't see is, so that I can make these videos, she does most of the cooking, the cleaning. She does
most of
all of the cooking, the cleaning. She looks after AJ more so than I do. She does everything to make these videos possible. So yes, I can manage a camera, but it is without Emily there wouldn't be any videos to watch. So give Emily a massive thumbs up if you think her part of this.
Oh, too cute!
Did I say it right? Did I get everything in there?
Yes, you've got it. Look, it's down there, written down there.
But it was script down there. Got it all right?
Yeah, well done.
And
I'll pay you later.
On that note, enough jibber jabber, enough lovey dovey bull crap. Let's go and find some waterfalls.
Let's do this. I'm ready.
Because you've got your hat on.
And adventure pants.
Adventure pants.
Yeah.
Time for adventure.
So this is the Cascade St. Luke.
St. Luke. It is very loud, it is very raining, so I'm going to put the big camera away. This is just a viewpoint that you can come to, but we're going to try and find a hike, aren't we? Or some sort of walk. Wish us luck. In the rain.
Woohoo! So we're just going to have a little drive about and see what we can find away.
Let's go!
Let's go!
So we have found a place to park. It wasn't easy, so we've come down to a town, there's something, no, we're not at Pont de Luc, we're even further than Pont de Luc.
Yeah, further down.
I put the town name up on the screen, but yeah, we're going to go and check out, hopefully we're in the gorge. Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
AJ's just helping himself to some lady's lunch out of her car. But yeah, we're going to go and check out this gorge, and hopefully it's quite decent, but yeah, GoPro only, because the weather is...
a bit hit and miss and a bit wet.
I was just going to say
I'm loving it. For some reason I feel like the water's flowing the wrong way.
The water's flowing the wrong way. Which way should it be flowing? Uphill?
No, in my head it should be going the other way. I don't know why, but it's not. It's going that way.
You best write a letter to Macron and let him know all his water's going the wrong way.
I know. It's ridiculous, right?
Look how clear it is though.
You better turn to the other side. If you stay right here, I might move my hand to your face. It's been a long and tiresome day. I've been waiting to come home and give you everything that I have. Now we could stay awake all night and have dinner in bed. Slowly watch as the sun rises, or fall asleep instead. This is how it ought to be. Every day should be like a hovering cloud. When it's only you and me, no one else can bother us to step on our feet.
I'm loving this walk. It is so bloody pretty. The water is crystal clear and AJ is loving it. He's been in, getting the stones. A knob. Fun fact time. So this is the River Lou, I believe. Don't quote me on the pronunciation. But anyway, so it's 49 kilometres in length, which is 30 miles, and it runs through various cities and towns around this area and flows out to the Mediterranean Sea. It's also got several different waterfalls around the area as well, and it is bloody beautiful. So I'm going to whack the what 3 words of where we parked up on the blog, and then if you are in this area, come and take a walk, because even just driving around the roads, the scenery is lovely.
Emily is not wrong. If you like driving, I would definitely put this on your driving list, but we are getting rather chilly now.
Yeah, a little bit chilly. Need to go and get some warm grub inside us.
I'm very, very hungry, so we're going to head back to the van, drive back up to where we've been parked, because that park up's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, and get some food.
Get some food, yeah. But I've loved today. Can you tell by the smile on my face? I love it. Love it.
Step on our feet.
So what better meal is there after a day out in the rain than Emily's homemade slop?
That is not nice.
No, homemade stew, and it is lovely. I attest to that. Your stew is phenomenal.
I know, my stew is good, and it's never the same.
No, it never tastes the same, which is like one of the bonuses of it.
Exactly, it's different every time.
But that is probably it from us this week. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do consider hitting that little red subscribe button. It means the world. Do the
Thumbs up and ring the bell.
Yep,
Ding the
and
bell.
then you can look forward to lots of content with rivers and stews and failed snorkeling attempts and all those good things
Next time.
next time. We'll see you on the next one.
You're disgusting.
Welcome to my world.
I just chewed on that.
I'm gonna have a fucking